The Beauty Rebellion, Unmasking the Truth About Aesthetics and Self-Love. Welcome to the BlackCEO Podcast, where we're about to shatter your perceptions and ignite a revolution in how we think about beauty, wellness, and self-love. Today, we're diving deep into the transformative world of integrative aesthetics, guided by the groundbreaking insights of Trevor Otts, a visionary who's not just changing the face of aesthetics, but reshaping its very soul. Trevor Otts isn't just an expert, he's a revolutionary. His work in integrative aesthetics is turning the industry on its head, challenging every notion we've held about beauty and self-improvement. He's not here to make you pretty. He's here to make you whole. And today, we're going to explore the profound wisdom he shared, wisdom that has the power to change not just how you look, but how you live. Ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourselves. What you're about to hear isn't just a talk, it's a manifesto for a new era of self-acceptance and authenticity. We're about to embark on a journey that will challenge everything you thought you knew about beauty and self-care. This is the Beauty Rebellion, unmasking the truth about aesthetics and self-love. Now let me hit you with a truth bomb that's going to shake the very foundation of what you believe about the aesthetics industry. Are you ready? Here it is. Integrative aesthetics has absolutely nothing to do with looking beautiful. I can see the confusion on your faces. I can hear the whispers of disbelief. But isn't the whole point of aesthetics to enhance beauty? You're thinking? Well, my friends, that's exactly the misconception we're here to obliterate today. For far too long, we've been trapped in a narrative that tells us we need to fix our flaws, chase eternal youth, and conform to society's ever-changing beauty standards. We've been sold a lie that our worth is tied to our appearance, that happiness comes in a bottle of anti-aging cream or at the end of a surgeon's scalpel. But today, we're going to flip that script entirely. We're not here to change who you are. We're here to reveal your truth. The New You revolution isn't about beauty at all. It's about authenticity. While the industry appears to focus on external appearance, we're actually in the business of internal transformation. And let me tell you, this is not your grandmother's beauty parlor we're talking about. Now, I can see some of you shifting uncomfortably in your seats. You might be thinking, but I've always thought of aesthetic procedures as a way to improve myself. And that's exactly the mindset we need to challenge. Because here's the truth bomb Trevor Otts dropped on me. Seeking aesthetic treatments can be an act of self-love rather than self-criticism. Let that sink in for a moment. And we're not talking about fixing flaws. We're talking about honoring your truth. We're not pursuing youth. We're pursuing alignment between mind and body. This, my friends, is the essence of mindful aesthetics. But how did we get here? How did we arrive at this revolutionary understanding of aesthetics? And well, let me take you on a journey through time. Since the dawn of civilization, humanity has been on a relentless quest for the proverbial fountain of youth. From Cleopatra bathing in milk to modern-day celebrities endorsing miracle creams, people have always sought ways to preserve their youth and enhance their appearance. This obsession with beauty has been a constant thread woven through the fabric of human history. Just a few decades ago, if you wanted to change anything about yourself, you needed to be a celebrity, a movie star, a rock star. Basically, you had to be some type of star, and you had to be very rich. The world of aesthetics was a gated community, accessible only to the elite few who could afford to pay the exorbitant price of entry. But oh, how times have changed. Today, you don't have to be Elizabeth Taylor or Madonna to access the type of services that cause you to fall back in love with yourself. Integrative aesthetics is available worldwide, and it's time for a rebrand, a repositioning, the ultimate PSA that makes the world aware of who we are, what we do, and how we serve. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the New You Revolution. Now, let's break down what this revolution really means. The New You Revolution is what happens when integrative aesthetics and mindful aesthetics have a baby. It's a way of creating confidence and bringing about more self-love. It's about putting the world on notice that there's a new you on the horizon, a you that's more confident, more in love with yourself. But here's where it gets really interesting. We're not just talking about physical changes. Oh no, we're going much deeper than that. We're talking about the profound connection between mental health and aesthetic care. Did you know that stress and anxiety can manifest physically? Wrinkles, acne, and all sorts of other physical symptoms can be direct results of our mental state. But here's the kicker. Just as negative mental states can affect us physically, positive self-images can enhance our mental well-being, which in turn manifests in our physiology. This is why mindful aesthetics is about so much more than just physical appearance. We're talking about holistic care considerations that take into account the whole person, mind, body, and appearance. And we have to resist the positioning of what we do as just being a simple procedure when it's so much more. Let me share with you some eye-opening real-world examples that Trevor Otts brought to my attention. These stories illustrate the power of integrative aesthetics in transforming lives. Imagine a place where the approach to aesthetics goes far beyond surface level treatments. A place that doesn't just look at your skin, but delves deep into your lifestyle, your hormones, your digestion, and your nutrition. This place exists, and it's called the San Francisco Institute for Integrative and Regenerative Medicine. Now, you might be thinking, what does my digestion have to do with how I look? Well, let me tell you, everything is connected. This institute uses a 4-part approach: evaluation, replacement, regeneration, and maintenance. They employ advanced wavelength technology and regenerative injections to address the root causes of aesthetic problems. Picture this. A woman walks into the institute frustrated with her persistent acne and premature wrinkles. Traditional treatments have failed her time and time again. But here, they don't just hand her a cream and send her on her way. No, they dive deep. They discovered that her skin issues are linked to hormonal imbalances and chronic stress. Through a combination of lifestyle changes, nutritional support, and targeted aesthetic treatments, she doesn't just see an improvement in her skin. She experiences a total transformation. Her energy improves, her mood stabilizes, and yes, her skin glows like never before. This isn't about slapping on a Band-Aid, it's about healing from the inside out. It's about recognizing that true beauty isn't skin deep. It radiates from within when we're in balance and harmony with ourselves. But let's not stop there. Let me tell you about a revolutionary approach that's happening at West Hill Medical Group. These folks are doing something truly groundbreaking. They're integrating primary care with aesthetic medicine. Now, why is this important? Because for too long, we've separated these two aspects of healthcare, neglecting the psychological and emotional aspects of well-being in the process. Imagine walking into a doctor's office for your annual checkup, and alongside discussions about your cholesterol and blood pressure, you're also having a conversation about how you feel in your own skin. That's exactly what's happening at West Hill Medical Group. Let me paint you a picture. A middle-aged man comes in for his routine physical. He's healthy on paper, but something's off. He's lost his spark, his confidence. The doctor doesn't just check his vitals and send him on his way. No, they dive deeper. They discover that this man's low self-esteem is affecting his relationships, his work, his entire quality of life. Through a combination of health screenings, lifestyle advice, and yes, aesthetic treatments, they don't just improve his physical health, they reignite his zest for life. This is what we mean when we talk about holistic care. It's not just about how you look, it's about how you feel, how you live, how you thrive. But perhaps the most powerful story Trevor shared with me was a study conducted at the European Institute of Oncology. This study examined the psychological impact of aesthetic treatments on breast cancer patients. Now, we all know that cancer patients often experience significant psychological distress and decreased quality of life. It's a brutal battle, both physically and mentally. Imagine a woman who's been through the grueling journey of cancer treatment. She survived, yes, but she's struggling to recognize herself in the mirror. The physical toll of the treatment has left her feeling disconnected from her own body. She's alive, but she's not living. In this study, they provided aesthetic treatments to women like her. We're talking about simple procedures, fillers, Botox, things that might seem trivial in the face of cancer. But the results were nothing short of astounding. These treatments didn't just improve their appearance, they significantly improved their quality of life and reduced their stress levels. Think about that for a moment. We're not just talking about making people look better, we're talking about improving their quality of life during one of the most challenging times they'll ever face. We're talking about giving them back a sense of control, a sense of normalcy, a sense of self in a time when everything feels out of their control. This is the power of integrative aesthetics. This is why we say we're not in the beauty business. We're in the business of transformation, of healing, of empowerment. Now, I can hear some of you thinking, but isn't this just another way to make people feel like they need to change themselves? And that's a valid concern. But here's where the mindful part of mindful aesthetics comes in. You see, we're not about changing who you are. We're about removing the barriers between your inner and outer self. We're about promoting alignment between mind and body. We're not creating new versions of people. We're revealing their authentic selves. Think about it this way. Have you ever had a day where you woke up, looked in the mirror, and thought, this is not how I feel on the inside? Maybe you felt vibrant and energetic, but your reflection showed fatigue and stress. Or maybe you felt confident and powerful, but your appearance didn't match that inner strength. That disconnect between how we feel on the inside and how we appear on the outside can be jarring. It can shake our confidence, impact our interactions, and even affect our mental health. And that's where integrative aesthetics comes in. We're not here to make you look like someone else. We're here to help you look like the person you feel like on the inside. We're here to bridge that gap between your inner truth and your outer appearance. This is why we say that seeking aesthetic treatments can be an act of self-love rather than self-criticism. It's not about fixing flaws, it's about honoring your truth. It's about saying, this is who I am, and I deserve to have my outer self reflect my inner self. Now, I know this is a radical departure from how we typically think about aesthetics. For years, the industry has been about fixing flaws and chasing an impossible standard of beauty. But the new you revolution is redefining the aesthetic industry. We're moving from fix your flaws to honor your truth. This shift is not just semantic, it's paradigmatic. It's about creating life-changing moments that enhance mental well-being and promote self-love. It's about recognizing that true beauty comes from authenticity, from alignment, from self-acceptance. But let's be clear, this isn't about rejecting all forms of aesthetic enhancement. It's about changing our relationship with these enhancements. It's about approaching them from a place of self-love and self-care rather than self-criticism and insecurity. Think about it like this. When you eat healthy foods and exercise, you're not rejecting your body. You're taking care of it. You're honoring it. The same principle applies to mindful aesthetics. When you choose to undergo a treatment, you're not saying, I hate this about myself. You're saying, I love myself enough to invest in my well-being. This is the essence of the New You revolution. It's about embracing a holistic, patient-centered approach to wellness that considers not just the physical benefits, but the mental, emotional, and psychographic benefits as well. Whether we're talking about injectables, neurotoxins, Botox, fillers, laser hair removal, facials, body contouring, non-surgical facelifts, microneedling, IV therapy, sexual wellness, weight loss treatments, or mental health services, all of these are greatly enhanced when we take a holistic and mindful approach. We're not just service providers. We're not just doctors. We represent the front line of the New You revolution. We're here to introduce every person to the new them that's right on the horizon. Now, I can see some of you nodding your heads. You're starting to get it, but others might still be skeptical. You might be thinking, this all sounds great, but isn't it just a fancy way of selling the same old services? To those skeptics, I say this. I challenge you to reframe how you think about aesthetics. I challenge you to consider the possibility that taking care of your appearance can be an act of self-love, of self-care, of honoring your authentic self. Because here's the truth. We all deserve to feel comfortable in our own skin. We all deserve to have our outer selves reflect our inner selves. We all deserve to look in the mirror and see the person we feel like on the inside staring back at us. This isn't about vanity. This isn't about conforming to society's standards of beauty. This is about alignment. This is about authenticity. This is about self-love in its purest, most radical form. So, as we stand on the brink of this New You revolution, I want to leave you with a challenge. I want you to ask yourself, how can you honor your truth? How can you align your inner and outer self through mindful aesthetics? Because the revolution starts with you. It starts with each of us deciding to love ourselves fiercely and unapologetically. It starts with each of us choosing to honor our truth, to reveal our authentic selves to the world. Imagine a world where everyone felt truly comfortable in their own skin, a world where we didn't judge each other based on appearance, but celebrated each other's unique beauty, a world where self-care wasn't seen as selfish, but as a necessary act of self-love. That world is possible but it starts with you. It starts with a shift in perspective, a revolution in how we think about beauty and self-care. So I challenge you to look in the mirror tonight. Really look. See beyond the surface. See the person you are inside. And ask yourself, does your outer self reflect your inner truth? If not, what's holding you back? Is it fear, insecurity, societal pressure? Now, imagine what it would feel like to remove those barriers, to align your inner and outer selves, to feel truly, authentically you. That feeling, that's what the new you revolution is all about. So here's your call to action. Take one step towards honoring your truth this week. Maybe it's trying a new skincare routine that makes you feel good. Maybe it's having a conversation with a professional about how you can align your appearance with how you feel inside. Or maybe it's simply looking in the mirror and saying, I love you to yourself. Whatever it is, do it with intention. Do it with love. Do it as an act of radical self acceptance because you, my friends, are beautiful. You are worthy. You are enough. And you deserve to have your outer self reflect the amazing person you are on the inside. This is the new you revolution. And it starts now. It starts with you. Are you ready to reveal your truth to the world? The choice is yours. The power is yours. The revolution is yours. Thank you.